All right, so I recognize it's really becoming very, very difficult to make money in South Africa. Opportunities are very scarce, unemployment's going through the roof. And so I'm going to start a series. Now, I would like to make a video every day or every week. We'll see how it goes. But the first lesson today is about attitude. Because what you need to understand is that when it comes to making money and finding opportunities and doing business and getting in sales, the first port of call when it comes to finding any way you can make money is your attitude. You have to have the right attitude. If you're gonna have a victim mindset and say, no, unemployment's 45%, there's no opportunities, you can't make money as an entrepreneur, entrepreneurship is a scam, dropshipping doesn't work, or whatever else your attitude is, your attitude determines your altitude, as in how high and how low you go and how much you earn. And I can tell you right now that when I've been my most successful, doing the most orders, making the most videos, getting the most views, making the most money, if you can say, bringing in the most income, it has been when my attitude is the highest. When I wake up with oomph and I wake up like a lion out of bed and I want to go and do things and I want to go and work jobs and look at what the boss is doing and figure out how I can do the business myself. Where's the supplier? Where's he selling it from? I'm going to go to the gym, following the right diet and the right workout routine and all that. And those periods in my life, those weeks, those months where I've been really focused and kind of like a predator, just going and getting strong and whatever, those have been the best months of my life, the months where I've had the most money, the most joy, the most fulfillment, the most oomph and zest and what can I say, like predator in me, like the predator instinct, the most energy, the most kind of determined and goal orientated. And then in the months where I haven't really had such a great attitude, where I've kind of felt a little bit like a victim and it's not so hard, that everything is so hard and I can't sell anything, and that's really been kind of the attitude and space that I've been in for a while now, like for the past few weeks, which is why I'm making this video. But I just want you guys to understand that your attitude is the most important thing. My attitude is the most important thing. And the first thing that you can start to do is make sure that you have a good attitude. That you, like I always say to myself, or now I'm saying to myself, it is possible for me to make money. There are people who know how to do it. And what I'm doing is I'm connecting with mentors. I'm connecting with people who have made it through property, people who have made it through logistics companies, all that kind of stuff. And even tomorrow I'm booking, I'm actually going to phone one of these guys who's really successful, and I'm going to tell him what the story is and ask him for advice and do what he says and listen to him. And this is a very important thing. Attitude. If you don't know where to start about making money, what I would say is have a positive attitude. Say, I can make money. South Africa is a great place. Even though, yes, we have our challenges, but just because they're challenges doesn't mean that South Africa is gone. You don't throw it out. If I don't know, what's a good analogy? Let's say you are like going to a fashion show and you're going to wear an entire suit. You have your hat, you have your suit, you have your little what is it, like a tie, your pocket square. But just imagine that you forget cufflinks. You don't go throw it out and go dress like with your sun hat to go to that event. No, you don't. Just because you miss one little part doesn't mean you throw the whole bang shoot out. Like, just because this little thing is broken doesn't mean I throw it out. It still has value. It really still has value. So that's basically the thing. Just because South Africa has high unemployment doesn't mean you throw it out and say, no, you can't make money in South Africa. So let's have a positive attitude. I know it's very easy to get all negative and low and say, no, we can't make money. And I'm telling you, this is what I've been thinking in my mind. But I'm making this video so we can all just snap out of it. Let's get on our proper bootstraps on. Let's get ready to go again. And yes, maybe our past, things that I've done in the past, things that I've sold, platforms that I've tried, they didn't work. But that isn't on me. Life is about failure and then learning from the things, which means that the more that I get this failure and the more that it kind of manifests and I feel down and I shouldn't feel down about it. The more I fail, the happier I should be, because the more joyous and the more fulfilled I should be, and the more fulfilled you should be. Because if you're not getting the results you want and you've tried different businesses, I've tried selling all sorts of stuff from everywhere on yoga, and I made videos about it and I got a bit of success. But after that, I stopped making videos because I wasn't getting the success. With all of this stuff that you kind of see in the background, it's not really working out. But you know what? That's a good thing. And if you tried to sell things on Facebook, or you went around your town looking for odd jobs, or you did something and it never worked, you tried to sell something, you applied for a job, the CV got rejected, nobody saw your email. I've had that before. I even wanted to do like paid sponsorships on my YouTube videos, and I sent applications with my channel and looking at all the views. I said, guys, check me out on Money and Zanzi. Look how many views, subscribers. Check me out. And do you want to do a paid promotion? And I didn't even get. I actually got one response. The person said, please forward your email to like my proposal of this amount for my sponsorship video. And when I forwarded to the email, it said, no, mail rejected, client is not available, which means that I failed, right? But now I learned that perhaps isn't the right way to just blast email 500,000 people or 50,000 or 5,500, however many the AI generated. I put it into like one of these AI lead generators, ChatGPT. Hey, give me emails of all these people who would be interested in finance, and it gave me credit card companies and loan companies and whatever. And then I sent the sponsorship and not one result. And I did a whole bunch of other things kind of along that similar vein where no one replied. I even signed up to this website. I wanted to make a video about it, thinking that it was amazing, called, actually I shouldn't mention it. It's basically a directory for influencers. So if you have a YouTube channel and you think that you're famous and whatever the story is, then you kind of apply on this online thing, and people from Spain and people from England can advertise and pay you $5 for videos. And I've applied to 30 places and not a single person replied. So here's the thing. Because I had multiple, that failure, the other failure, and a whole bunch of others, and not making any videos, and not even seeing your love. I mean, where are you guys? I know you're all there. I've seen your comments. I've seen your love. I've seen your energy. But not making videos doesn't allow me to tap into that. You don't learn from me. I don't learn from you. And you're kind of just stuck. You're in your own place, dealing with your own stuff. I'm in my own place, dealing with my own stuff. But now I'm connected with you guys again, because we're a family, we're a team. And yes, there could be all the challenges in the world. There could be poverty, homelessness, everything. Houses can be burning down. Like, everything can be happening terrible. But when we together, and especially the comment section of these videos, if you have questions, type it down there, because there are other people who might have the same question as you, and oftentimes someone will reply. Let's say you say, how do I, like for instance, get a job in South Africa? Underneath, someone will say, hey, guys, I've been having the same problem. This unemployment thing is terrible. And then you might have 20 people underneath saying, yeah, it's so bad here. It's even worse in Durban. It's terrible in Cape Town, because now we have people from overseas, and etc., etc. And because there's the comment section, you might come across something. Someone might have a comment saying, hey guys, I actually I knit squares for my granny, and then we sell it at local markets. Or, hi guys, I'm a subsistence farmer. I grow tomatoes and vegetables and strawberries, and I sell them at flea markets. And you, just by what reading the comments or you sharing something, it can be of value to someone. So if you are like have something to share, maybe a goal about how much you want to earn in a month, or what you're doing right now to hustle, maybe it's selling on Facebook, or whatever you're doing, let us know in the comments, because it's not just me who's really interested in that kind of stuff. I'm telling you right now, there are probably millions of South Africans who would really benefit from the information. So please put underneath in the comments kind of what you're doing to kind of survive, and let's band together, and we're all going to find a way out. But the end goal of this, I would say, lesson 1 in the series, your attitude. Have a good attitude. Have a positive attitude. Manifest abundance. My mom and I always talk about this thing. Manifest abundance. As in, there are lots of deals that can happen. There are lots of opportunities. There's money everywhere. And it's not all about money. It's about health, wellness, having good relationships with people. But for the financial side of things, we all kind of need to earn money. We all want to be, I want to be making the big bucks, man. I want to wear a suit and all these sorts of things. But in the pursuit of that, don't let your attitude kind of get bogged down by the failures. Because I'll give you 2 examples how I failed. But instead of getting bogged down by the failure and feeling all negative and dark and saying, no, there's no hope, and it's so easy to fall into that downward spiral, flip it and say, this failure, the more I fail, good, because I learn more things. I now know what to avoid. I know what mistakes to avoid. I know what websites not to go to. I know what business models to avoid, so that I cut all that out, so eventually all that's left is things that work. So guys, with that, please, 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 if you're going into this downward spiral, you're just watching endless videos and you kind of feel very lost and feel like South Africa's terrible, know that you have a friend here. And I'm really telling you, guys, just chillax, relax, have a good attitude, be mindful that you can manifest abundance, and go out there and get what is yours. Now, till next time, peace out. Woo!